Well, good afternoon, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. I'm here today in my garage on a cool 50 degrees out here. And I'm going to do my video that I told you about a few days ago on the West Tampa cigar. This is the West Tampa cigar. Y'all see that? West Tampa Tobacco Company in the white. And it is a good Connecticut cigar. It is a medium body, medium strength. It has notes people have been picking up on it of earthiness, some vanilla bean, and some spiciness. But it is a good, well-balanced cigar, especially for guys if you don't smoke cigars a lot and are newbies. And even for the aficionado, you know. A lot of times most aficionados like the stronger cigars, and they make those. One is in a red and one is in a black band, kind of like a reddish band and a black band. You can find these. I get mine. I've gotten most of mine from Neptune Cigars. And as I told you before, West Tampa is about a 2-year-old company. In fact, one of the owners and blenders, Rodriguez, I can't remember his first name, but he used to be the master blender for CAO tobacco. That we get a lot of our, you know, they make pipe tobacco, but they've also gone into cigars as well. And so him and another gentleman, you can read the profile when you look up West Tampa cigars. You can read the profile on them, how they got started. But they're a brand new company, more of a boutique company, kind of like the Cafe 1901 cigars, and a very good cigar as well. The difference from what I'm learning, guys, between the major players and boutiques just don't make as many cigars per year. I believe it's, I think it's anything under, I might be wrong with this, but if I got my numbers jacked up, I apologize, but I think anything less than 1 million cigars, I think. Or it might be a certain number of thousands of cigars. If they make under that, they're classed as boutique. Over that, you know, I guess they're the major, you know, they're not they would fall into the Padron or the Auto Fuente category, the big boys. That's you know, Perdomo is making the millions of cigars a year. But these guys are more low key, and but they still make great cigars. These come in at around, in fact, this is a Robusto. I usually get most of my cigars now in the Robustos, either the regular Robustos or the short Robustos. Short Robustos are around 4.5 inch length, usually 50-52 ring gauge. These are coming in around 5 inches. Anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5, you can usually find a Robusto. Toros start about 6 inches. And but I found out that most of the flavoring profiles are geared around the Robustos. Now, yes, as you go up into the Gordos, the 6x60s, the Toros, the Gordos, all different ones, even the Coronas, the smaller ones, it will affect your taste and flavor profile just simply because of the amount of tobaccos and fillers and all the stuff changes up a little bit. So the Robustos kind of give you the main, kind of like, I guess, the main profile they're shooting for most of their stuff. And so it's got a beautiful band on it. They got a nice looking band on there. In fact, this one ought to be easy to take off. Looks like it's wanting to peel off now. But some you almost got to take off with a pickaxe. But and a lot of creaminess. A lot of creaminess with the smoke, and a very good, pleasant smoke. And nice finish. It's not a lot of leftover long finish, as they call it, after you on your palate. And my biggest thing I look at, even in pipe tobacco, I look at it, is the aftertaste after you smoke it. How long does it last on your breath and on your palate? This one, but I remember, doesn't last long at all, and it has more of a pleasant. It's not like the burleys and stuff that hang around with you for about a month. You know, on your mouth and your lips, and you're still tasting it for 3 weeks, after you smoked a cigar or after you smoked a pipe tobacco. So this one here I really recommend and like. I put this right up with the San Latano, AJ Fernandez San Latanos, the La Roma de Cuba, Connecticut. So like I said, these are nice. It's a medium strength. So you're getting good flavor. You're getting a good balanced, flavor on this. Not too heavy, not too light. And so anyway, I thought I would get on here and just showcase the Tampa, West Tampa tobacco white. And they'll run you about $8 a stick. I think they're like $162 for a box of, I think they're 20, somewhere in there. And so, but a very good cigar to try. And Steve, Bearwolf, if you see this, hadn't seen you lately out there, man. I hope you and Miss Kathy are doing okay. Another one to try, Steve, if you can find it, West Tampa. You may have to get it online, because I don't know how many stores they're really in, being a boutique company. I know they're not at Cigars International. I didn't see them on that. I think they're on Famous Smoke, and and I know they're on Neptune. But if they're not in your brick and mortar, Steve, you can get them from Neptune. But a good cigar, and might want to just try one and see what you think. But it comes in white, red, and black, different strengths. They have the full body, the full strength as well. I think that's the black. I even think the red might be a full as well, or a medium to full. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off of here and get through this Robusto before my hands freeze up. Even though it's 50, it's still, I got to have this fan running. It's isolating. I got both the side doors you see back here open. I got the big door open, so we got a breeze coming through. And, I got to at least get 50 and above. It's supposed to be about 54 today. And then tomorrow is going to be in the 60s. I was going to plan on doing it tomorrow, but I got some other things to get done. And so I said, well, let me grab it today while I can. And But this is what makes it unpleasant for me with my cigars or my pipes. Because sitting out here with the pipes, I don't have to have the fan going as much, because I could just open the doors. But with the cigars, Miss Bass Piper, I got to get out as much aroma as I can, especially the after smoke. With cigars. As we know, they're all pungent. But as you can see, she is burning good. If you can see that. She's burning pretty good. Got a nice white ash on there. And so very good. Well, draw is excellent. Last few I've had of these, the draws have been spot on. That doesn't mean, you can't get one that's jacked up. But for the most part, I think West Tampa does like Perdomo. I think they have a draw tester that they put their cigars through. And that's sweet, because you never have to worry, hopefully, about a bad draw. But very clean, very good. And breath note, everything's good. And so try one if you haven't. All right, guys, I'm going to get on off of here. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. Listen, you guys have a great weekend coming up, and we're looking forward to a good church service on Sunday. Worked on getting some stuff together for Sunday this morning, and got my first deacons meeting tomorrow night. So having to get ready for that. And we just installed a new deacon. So I got 2 deacons now at the church. And we're doing good. We're getting ready to start here. Hopefully in the next few weeks, we're getting ready to start as soon as I get all the stuff together. Our outreach and our evangelistic program to start inviting folks to church and getting information out there about our church to let people know where we're at, and if they're not currently going anywhere, to come and check us out and see what God does and see how things unfold. And I've had a couple of my church members mention, "Preacher, do we really have to go outreach? We like what we got right now. Everything is good. Everything's pleasant. There's harmony. There's love. There's unity." We start growing, man, we can start ending up with all kinds of mess. You know, as a church gets bigger, you add more personalities and more problems. So, but anyway, we still got to carry out the Great Commission, and that is go out and in the highways and hedges, so to speak, and compel people to come to the Lord. And we're still in the rescue business, and before it gets eternally too late. And the way our society's getting and world, it could be at any moment that the rapture will be taking place. I hope soon, but. Yeah, we still have a mission to do and get out amongst the world and try to dodge the bullets and the and the cussing and all the fussing and all the mess going on that you run into sometimes as a Christian. But we always got to remember, just as Jesus said, just as Paul said, they were persecuted, and if they're persecuting Jesus and persecuting Paul, man, I'm telling you, who are we? You know, we're just in line carrying a cross, and we're going to suffer some persecution too. And so I finally got into the 2 Corinthians, the book, 2 Corinthians last night, and we're on about chapter, I think it was chapter 7, where Corinth, that was finally got their heart right, finally had a revival. And you talking about a jacked up church. If you want to read about a jacked up church in the New Testament, just read 1st and 2nd Corinthians. I mean, they had everything going on. They had sexual immorality, they had fraud, they had backbiting, they had, I mean, everything under the sun going on. They were accusing Paul of dipping his hands in the offering plate and being a bad speaker and playing preachers against preachers, and he wasn't living a moral life. And I mean, he had naysayers and fleshly carnal people were all up in the church at Corinth. But they finally had a revival in their hearts and got things worked out and turned around. So that shows you there's still hope. So if you're going to a church that sounds like a Corinth, have hope, keep praying that hearts can be changed. But anyway, guys, just want to fill you in a little bit with the church, and welcome to ministry. I had one of my church members tell me the other night, they said, "Preacher, I couldn't be a preacher, especially today." I said, "I know, buddy, I know what you're talking about. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure." But anyway, guys, have a great rest of the week and weekend, and we'll see you maybe next week or so and do another pipe series and get it out there for you. So you guys take care. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.